I hope you guys are ready for another pissed off, angry video of mine. You know, I gotta tell you guys, I think a lot maybe of you guys are a little bit confused with in terms of because there's certain things I'm really liberal about and there's other things I'm really conservative about. And I'm generally somebody who's very liberal about human rights, about, gay rights, women's rights, religious rights, those kind of things. I'm very liberal about people being allowed to say what they want to say and act how they want to act and all these, as long as you're not hurting anybody else. On the flip side, something I'm very conservative about, I'm generally more conservative about economic issues, and I'm generally more conservative about things that have to do with sexuality. I'm just somebody who's very much into people being modest, into waiting before you have sex with somebody, and not sleeping around. Those are things I'm very conservative about because I feel like they connect with self-esteem. That's my opinion. But when it comes to other things, I'm very, very liberal. And I'm getting really, I don't know if any of you guys saw that where Ben Affleck was on that, what's the name of it? Wait, I gotta look what the name of the show is. Real Time? Yeah, Real Time with Bill Maher. And they were talking about, again, about the issues with the terrorists and all this kind of stuff. And a lot of people were giving Ben Affleck a lot of shit for being so they were like, oh, he's all pro-Muslim and all this kind of stuff. And honestly, I'm getting so sick and tired of people shitting on Muslims and shitting on Islam. There's nothing wrong with Islam. There's nothing wrong with Muslims any more than there is with any other religions. There's crazy people in every single religious group. It is not the religion itself that we have to fear or anything like that. And I feel like, especially with, I get really sick and tired in the United States, all these folk Christians saying how Islam is the worst thing ever and we need to kill all those people and we need to kill the terrorists and end their reign of terror and all this kind of bullshit. And we all dismiss you. This is the thing, I've actually never been a fan of history. History was always one of my least favorite classes. But thank God I got enough from history to have a little bit of knowledge about what the way the world went down. It is not that long ago that Christians were the ones who were terrorizing people. I mean, Christianity rotted out all of the Greek empires, the Roman empires, Christianity came in and rotted that out because they were believing in pagan gods and we had to purify them and we had to go and take them away from worshiping Apollo and Zeus and, whatever other kind of pagan religions. And the Christians went through and they terrorized humanity and they killed people and burned people at the stake and all kinds of horrible atrocities, and that's just forgotten now. And because it was so far in the past, and now all of a sudden Islam is so horrible. I mean, I'm not defending in any way, shape, or form the terrorist actions that are happening, but I think people need to realize that this is not something that is unique to Islam. That these are not the only people I've ever used religion as an excuse to terrorize and be horrible to other human beings, because that's not the way it is. And I'm sorry, I'm sick and tired of people making it seem like every Muslim out there in the world is crazy and they just believe in suppressing women and all these horrible things, because that's not the truth. That is absolutely not the truth. I'm just sick and tired of hearing it. I have traveled in the Middle East extensively, and I have found these people to be very open-minded, to be very friendly, to want to integrate into a world society. And then we have these little minority pockets of ignorant people who, become extremists, and all of a sudden the whole Middle East is painted as this crazy place. Oh my God, we have to be scared. We have to be scared of the Islamists. We have to be scared of the Muslims. They're going to come and they're going to kill us and they're going to change our ways. And it's just bullshit. And I'm just so sick and tired of hearing people talking about this kind of crap. This is not the way it works in the Middle East. There's the vast majority of the people in the Middle East are just as terrified by these crazy terrorists out there who are trying to enforce this Shia law or whatever. I mean, if the United States and all these other countries took a little bit more time and to educate themselves on how things are really going on over there and what the majority of the people would want, I feel like things will be very different. And I also think a lot of these people who go and they have all this hatred against people who are Muslim, they really need to also then look at the history of what happened in the Middle East. Because honestly, the Middle East was doing its own thing. They were doing their own thing for hundreds and hundreds of years until the British and the French came and they were like, we're going to take a little bit of your land and we're going to take a little bit of your land and we're going to chop it all up and we're going to say we're splitting these people up and all this kind of stuff. Because the thing is, the way we think of the Middle East is not the way the Middle East is. We kind of go, okay, Saudi Arabia is a country and Jordan is a country. But you know what? For the vast majority of the Middle East, that is not, these were tribal people. They were moving around, all this kind of stuff, and these tribes belonged to these people. They weren't necessarily congruent or next to each other. And then some British people and French and maybe even some Americans came and they decided we're just going to draw a line right here because that's how it makes sense to us. And they took this whole huge community of Middle Easterners and broke them up because they wanted them to be easier to control. So we're like, we're going to split these up and make it a country and split these things up and make it a country. And then we have nice control. And then we can take all of their oil and we can take all the shit that we want and we can make it ours. Kind of the same way if you look at colonization and pretty much anywhere else in the world. The colonization that the Europeans started had fucked over a lot of places in the world. A lot of the issues that Africa is having is because of colonization. A lot of issues that happen in Asia are because of colonization. And nobody wants to hear that shit. Now it's just like, oh my God, Africa, this hotbed, they can't figure their shit out. And it's like, well, we came in there, we fucked everything up for them. And now we're bitching and complaining because they can't figure their shit out. Same thing with the Middle East. We went to the Middle East, we chopped all their shit up, and we changed their way of lives, and we told them they have to do this, and we have to go and do this way. And then when now they can't figure out what's up and what's down, and okay, well, I'm Kurdish, but I don't really have a Kurdish country, and part of the Kurdish people live in Syria, and part of the Kurdish people live in Turkey, and the other people live here, and what's going on, and how do we belong together? And we took all these things from them, but now we complain that they can't figure their shit out. That's part one that really pisses me off when people just try to make it seem like we're so innocent about all the shit that's going on. Number two, we need to stop making it seem like it's the ultimate evil. Because it is just human nature for people to then become defensive. I, as a gay man, if somebody comes up to me and the first thing out of their mouth is, well, gay people are nasty and gay people do this, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in defensive stance. I'm going to go, okay, yeah, you want to be like that? Well, guess what? Now I'm going to be really gay because I'm going to shove it in your face because you're a fucking asshole because you feel like you need to attack me without even educating yourself on it. And I really feel like that is what's happening in the Middle East right now. We have so many people constantly telling them day in, from the moment they wake up to the moment they go to bed, you're bad people, you're sick, you're jihadists, you're crazy. Everything about your religion is horrible. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of the way you live your life, all this kind of stuff. And all these people are doing, they're just going to be like, well, fuck you then. If you guys are just going to attack us and judge us, you know, one of the things I'm constantly being told is that nobody likes being judged and that nobody likes feeling like they should be ashamed of who they are. Because the normal human reaction is the moment you're going to shame them, the moment you're going to judge them, then they're really going to be like, well, now I'm really going to go after it. Because fuck you. Why should I want to be more like you if all you're going to do is judge me for who I am? I've been reading some of the comments and the blogs that people are putting, and they're like, we should just go over there and blow the whole place up, and we should just kill everybody who's Muslim, and if they're terrorists, how come we don't go over there and terrorize them? And I'm kind of like, well, we basically did. We basically have been terrorizing the Middle East for so long. We cannot leave the U.S. will never fucking leave the Middle East alone. Why? Because we want their fucking oils. We want their natural mineral deposits. We want all that shit from them. I bet, you know what? If the Middle East had nothing, if literally the Middle East was just sand, the way they always show in the movies, if it was just sand, there was nothing else, do you think the Americans or the Europeans would give a fuck what they would do over there? We would never be over there. They'd be killing each other or not killing each other or singing parades or doing whatever the fuck they would be doing, and nobody would give a rat's ass. The only reason we care is because we want what they have. And it's a lot easier to then get what we want is if we force them to follow our rules and go by the way we want them to go. It's kind of like, well, it's a lot easier to get them what we want is if we force them all to become capitalists because capitalism is so amazing and we're capitalists. So let's just try to convince all the Muslim people and all the people over there that there's nothing better than to have a big car and a great house and to be fucking around and to be doing all these things. And then, yeah, then they're all going to think That's so great. And then they're going to sell us their oil for really cheap, and then we can live a better life. Yeah. You know, but maybe they're not that dumb. Maybe they don't want to follow that. Maybe they actually hold on to what's important to them, and then we're going to make them bad for it. And then we're going to find an excuse to go over there and have wars and, you know, fuck them up even more so they can't get a real government sentence, so they can actually never really be an issue, so we can keep exporting our oil. I mean, you people are just... You allow people just to come in and see this news and, oh, they're all crazy, all jihads are going to come and terrorize us, and then we're all going to sit there and we're going to watch this news and be like, oh my god, it must be true. I've never actually been to that country. I've never actually talked to anybody from there. I've never actually read anything about the history, but I'm just going to take Fox News' word and they must all be evil, and I'm just going to be so scared I'm going to judge all of them for it. Fuck you people. Like, do the field work yourself. I'm so tired of, you know, I don't in any way, shape, or form support terrorist acts. I don't. But honestly, it's not in any way, shape, or form the majority of the people over there. And that needs to be said, that needs to be understood. And it also really needs to be understood that this is an internal matter. This isn't an internal matter. When the Middle East gets tired of dealing with these things, they will fix it themselves. Europe and the US have been in the Middle East and been bugging into their shit for way, way, way too long. The only thing that in any way, shape, or form could be related to the Middle East doing something to us is 9/11. Which, depending on if you're a conspiracy theorist or whatever, who knows if that's even something that really happened. Other than that, they really have not done anything to us. Okay, fine. Iraq is fighting with Iran. I don't know, Turkey is fighting with whatever they're fighting with, and, you know, there's internal conflicts with all these other countries over there. But what the fuck does that got to do with us? If it's so bothersome to you and you want to deal with them, let them fucking have their wars amongst each other. Let them figure out what they need to do, and we can just mind our own damn business. I just don't understand that. If my neighbors were getting into a fight, and then I was like, well, I'm going to go over there because, you know, I have the right to go over there and make part of me. And then they all of a sudden start having a hatred for me. Well, guess what? I kind of put it upon myself. And Europe and like I said, the Europe and Americas, they have been sticking their nose into shit that has nothing to do with us for way too long. And then now we have created this idea of what the Middle East is that it's just not. Sorry, I'm repeating myself again, but I'm just tired of it, and I just feel so sad for the Muslim community because they now have to put up with so much hatred and so much bullshit that is literally not even true. I don't know. I just, you know, sorry, I had to calm down a little bit. And I know I'm going to get people who watch this video and they're kind of like, oh, but these people are horrible and they're terrorists and you support these people and look, they just killed that reporter. And, you know, at the chance of sounding like a complete asshole, which I'm sure a lot of you guys already think I did anyway, do I in any way, shape, or form condone that they killed that reporter or that they do any of the other horrible, you know, attacks or any kind of stuff like that? No. But I did a video not too long ago where I said people need to take on their own responsibility. If you are a reporter, you are taking on that responsibility of yourself if you're going to go into a war. I'm sorry. To some degree, I just can't sympathize with that man. I'm like, you knew there was a war. You knew they had a problem with Westerners. Well, I mean, Did he deserve to die? Did they deserve to kill him? No, but at the same time, I'm sorry, I don't have sympathy. I cannot sympathize with him. I can't, if I've ever been judgmental about anything, the thing I'm most judgmental about or most critical about in my life, it's stupidity. I don't apologize. I don't accept apologies for stupidity. If you do something that is ignorant or stupid, then you got what's coming to you. I'm sorry. I'm not going to be like, oh my God, but you drank 7 kegs of beer and then jumped off a house and broke your neck. Oh, fuck you. I'm like, you have what was coming to you. I mean, like, if you're going to do shit that's so fucking stupid, I'm sorry. It's not like these terrorists flew to the U.S., rung on his doorbell, and were like, are you a news reporter that we could possibly decapitate? I mean, if we left them alone and we let them figure their own shit out, hey, you know, things change. I'll agree, things change. If they came to the U.S. and all of a sudden started a war there, fine, that's different. But like I said, it has been a very long time since anything in the Middle East has come to the U.S. That's just the way it is. I mean, it's been a very long time since anything from the Middle East has come to Europe. I know we always have these possible terrorist attack was thwarted because of good police work and all this kind of stuff. But if you guys would ever go, I really want every one of the people who watch this video to once go to the Middle East. It's not the poorest part of the world, but it's pretty damn poor. And it's pretty much fallen apart. And I'm sorry, all these supposed crazy, intricate terrorist attacks and all this kind of shit that we are telling that these people could do, I'm sorry, I can't believe that. I cannot believe that. Walking around in some of these places that I've been, where these people can't even figure, like they haven't even mastered indoor plumbing yet or proper garbage control. I just have a really hard time believing that they've been able to mastermind, let's see, how to get on an airplane from Afghanistan with rigged explosives that are in the shape of toothbrushes and fly to the U.S. without anybody noticing. I mean, you guys gotta just use some common sense. That the U.S. technology and all these kind of things is so beyond the Middle East when it comes to stuff like that. Like, I mean, we're talking about people, especially like Afghanistan, when they're like, oh yeah, Afghanistan and all these crazy terrorist stuff. Have you guys ever seen the way people in Afghanistan, they live in like huts with practically no electricity, a lot of times no plumbing. I mean, they live off of the field. Okay, they might have some rifles that were built back in the USSR in the 1960s. But I mean, these people do not have high-tech technology and all these kind of crazy systems and factories and all this kind of shit where they can create this crazy spyware shit where they can just terrorize the world. I mean, it's just not common sense. I'm just babbling at this point, but I guess I'm just really frustrated. I'm not just kind of, I know that I'm frustrated because it bothers me when I see a humongous group of people being made out to be these horrible humans and we're saying what they think and how they feel and all these kind of stuff. One of the okay, if you guys don't watch any other part of this video, and if you get mad at anything else, just watch this one part and listen really closely to what I'm telling you guys. One of the few perks, there's a lot of perks. One of the many perks of traveling is that you get to see the news in many different countries. And that is, in my last video I said, there used to be a time when the news was responsible to give us pertinent information that was factual. Nowadays, the news is sensationalism. They care about ratings just as much as any other show. The news is lying. I'm sorry, but the news is lying to you. They go and they find whatever is the most crazy and drastic so they can put on the news so that they can get reactions. And I know this now from being in different countries and seeing how the news runs there. When you're in the US, the news you see of the Middle East is people in guns and like totally covered in scarves somewhere in some random desert. They're like, oh, kill the Americans, oh. And I'm like, I've been to the Middle East. I've traveled around the Middle East. I've never seen it. I've never seen it. Same thing. If you come to Europe and you see news about America, you know what's on the news? Well, I kind of thought it might have been an alien who kidnapped me. Badly so. Bring over the other youngins. We're going to talk about them aliens. You know, and of course they're this big around. And then Europeans in their head go, wow, that's the way all Americans are. Guess what? I've lived in America. That's not the way most of America is. That's not the way most Americans are. It's a lie. It's what the news have created in our head about how these different countries are. If you watch the news in the Middle East, it's the same thing. You know what they see? They see Americans going, kill all the Muslims. Kill all the Muslims. Bring jihad to the Middle East. You know, down with all kinds of Islam, those kind of stuff. That's what they see in the news. They went to some crazy, those Baptist Westboro church people and were like, what do you think? And then that's what they put in the news in the Middle East. And the news is creating wars and disconnects that probably wouldn't even exist if the news wasn't around. So just think about that. Please, please. Muslims are no more the enemy than... I mean, I'm not religious. I personally think if the best way to create world peace is to get rid of religion altogether, because religion in any way, shape, or form, be it Islam or Christianity or Judaism, whatever, all they do, all that religion does is separate people. I know they're also like, no, religion is inclusive. And like, bullshit. All it does is say, we're right, you're wrong. We're going to heaven, you're going to hell. We're good people, you're bad people. That's all religion does. That's it. And I personally think if we just got rid of religion altogether, hey, we'd be in a much better place in this world. But to make it seem like Muslims are the only people in the world who have ever acted crazy out of their religious beliefs is just fucking stupid. Like, you're just a fucking idiot if you believe that. Every religious group at some point in time has tortured or killed or hurt people for no other reason than because they believe that their religion gave them the right to do so. So, what we really need to do is we need to educate people. We need to educate people in the US. We need to educate people in the Middle East. And I'm, you know, for any of those of you out there who are religious, I'm sorry, but the simple fact is you'll find that the more educated you get, the less religious people are. And they've done a lot of studies on that. The most, like, with almost every grade of additional education, your religious interests go down. Because religion and education, they're polar opposites of each other. So I'm going to stop now. I did a really long rant because I was pissed because I just watched something. And yeah. So leave me your comments. Leave me a lot of your, I'm sure, plenty of hateful comments. I will love to be debating on this. Just because the Middle East has always been such a personal interest of mine. I've traveled it a lot, and that's something I'm really open and liberal about. Come on, conservative Republicans and Islam haters, bring it on. I'm ready to have this debate. So, till next time. Inshallah.